Hi guys, let's start with our next chapter, chapter number 15. Alright, our chapter number 15 is reproduction in humans. Reproductive hormones and development. First, understand hormonal influences. Key reproductive hormones includes in males testosterone, in females estrogen and progesterone. Adolescence and puberty developmental stages includes first is adolescence. This is approaching sexual maturity. Second is puberty, reaching sexual maturity. And then number third typically occurs earlier in girls. Now let's talk about hormonal changes. Male hormonal effects: testosterone, facial and pubic hair growth, and shoulder broadening, muscle development, voice deepening. In females, hormonal effects: estrogen includes breast development, pubic hair growth, hip widening. Now let's talk about female reproductive cycle. Menstrual cycle stages, key cycle characteristics. Ovarian process. It includes egg development in follicles, monthly egg release into oviduct, uterine lining preparation for potential embryo. During menstruation occurs if egg is not fertilized, uterine lining breaks down and typically lasts for 5 days. Now let's talk about embryonic development. Here the important point that you have to remember and can be asked and examined in the main questions, main paper of yours. Placental functions. Okay, here nutrient and gas exchange occurs, oxygen transfer from mother to fetus, nutrient diffusion, waste product removal. Okay, keep these functions into your mind. Then we have some potential hazards. Toxin can cross placental barrier. Some pathogens can transmit. Alright, now we have amniotic sac. Now protective environment. It supports embryo development. Okay, this sac is a protective environment and it allows fetal movement, protects from mechanical injury as well. Now let's talk about some key terminologies. Gametes. The definition is they are the reproductive cells. What are their significance? Essential for sexual reproduction. Next we have embryo, early stage of development, precursor to fetus. Next we have fetus, developed embryo, advanced developmental stage. Then puberty, sexual maturation, hormonal and physical changes. Learn the definitions and important significance of these terms, that most likely it will be tested in the exams. Now let's talk about sexually transmitted infections, STIs, HIV, AIDS. The overview is: first definition, a viral infection. These are the viral infections causing acquired immune deficiency syndromes, which is AIDS. Causative agents: human immunodeficiency virus, which is HIV. Let's talk about virus structure and impact on immune system. Primary target: white blood cells, specifically T cells. Alright, what is the mechanism of this? Slowly it destroys T cells over time. It weakens immune system's ability to fight pathogens, compromise body's natural virus defense mechanism. Okay, alright, next let's talk about disease progression, how it may occur, what is the timeline, what is the complications. So typical timeline: initial infection, gradual T cell destruction, Symptoms appear in approx 10 years after infection within. Potential complication: increased vulnerability to infections, higher cancer risk, potential brain cell damage. HIV transmission methods. Transmission routes. Transmission methods includes sexual contact, risk level very high, limit sexual partners, use the condoms. Blood contact very high, avoid needle sharing, screened blood transfusion. Then breastfeeding moderate, antiretroviral drugs. Alright, now let's talk about prevention strategies. Sexual transmission prevention, monogamous relationship, consistent condom use, regular STI testing. Then we have blood contact prevention, sterile needle usage, blood screening, protective equipment for medical professionals. Modern treatment, antiretroviral drugs, stop virus multiplication, enable a relatively normal life expectancy. We have an ongoing research, vaccine development, promising early trial results. Important misconceptions: HIV survival cannot survive outside human body, fragile virus, no transmission through casual contact. Key takeaways: HIV attack human system's core defense mechanism. Multiple transmission routes exist. Modern treatment significantly improve patients' outcomes. Prevention is crucial in managing spread. Recommended preventions: what it can be? Number first, practice safe sexual behaviors. Get regular health screenings. Avoid high risk activities. Use protective measures. Seek immediate medical consultation if exposure suspected. Now, additional consideration: global perspective, transmission rates vary by region, ongoing medical research, continuous improvements in treatment, social awareness, reducing stigma and increasing understanding. Alright, now let's talk about reproductive systems and human reproduction. Here first we talk about female reproductive system and its anatomy. So uterus structure, compact size like a clenched fist, extremely muscular walls, capable of significant stretching during pregnancy, located centrally in female reproductive tract. Cervix and vaginal connections: narrow muscular opening at uterus base, connects uterus to vagina, positions near urethra and rectum, separate external openings for each structure. Next we have ovaries and egg development. Here egg formation begins before birth, then thousands of partially developed eggs present at birth. Egg maturation starts at puberty. Typically only one egg develops per reproductive cycle. Okay, this is important to remember. Alright, next is egg cell characteristics. So single cell structure, diameter is about 0.1 mm. The key components is jelly coat, cell surface membrane, cytoplasm with energy storing yolk, nucleus containing chromosomes, ovulation, monthly egg release into oviduct. Learn all these phenomena as they are very important and then might be tested in the exam. Menstrual cycle hormones. Hormone production sites: ovaries secretes estrogen and progesterone. Hormonal roles. Okay, for estrogen, puberty development, menstrual cycle regulation, and for progesterone, prepares uterus for potential pregnancy, supports embryo implantation. Next we have male reproductive system, testicular anatomy, located externally in scrotum, produce male gametes sperm, continuous sperm production from puberty. Next we have sperm production process. Here developed in narrow coiled tubules. Stored in epididymis, transported via sperm's ducts, joins urethra below bladder. Reproductive organ components include testes, epididymis, sperm ducts, prostate gland, penis, and urethra. Now, HIV/AIDS epidemiological trends. Infection dynamics. Tracking key metrics: new HIV infections, people living with HIV/AIDS related deaths. Potential underreporting factors: limited testing capabilities, geographical access to healthcare, social stigma, asymptomatic early stages. Transmission and pathology. HIV transmission mechanism. Specific pathogen causing AIDS. Transmission routes, prevention strategies. AIDS symptoms development. Immune system progressive breakdown, opportunistic infections, gradual immune function deterioration. Alright, now let's talk about fertilization and embryo development, sperm journey and fertilization process. We will start with sperm movement and reproduction. So, initial placement: sperm deposited at top of the vagina. Movement speed: extremely slow, approximately 4 mm per minute. Quantity: around 1 million sperms deposited simultaneously. Survival challenge: many sperm will not reach the oviduct. Next we have fertilization mechanics. Egg contact: sperms reaches the jelly coat surrounding the egg. Acrosome activation: releases digestive enzymes, breaks down protective jelly coat, creates pathway for sperm penetration. Next we have fertilization steps. Number 1 is sperm head penetrates egg membrane. Only sperm head enters egg cytoplasm. Flagellum remains outside. Sperm nucleus fuses with egg nucleus. Fertilization barriers: membrane change. Egg membrane becomes impenetrable after successful fertilization. Sperm limitation: only one sperm can successfully fertilize the egg. Unsuccessful sperm, all other sperms will die. Embryo development and implantation. Zygote formation: initial stage. Fusion of sperm and egg nuclei creates zygote. Movement: slow progression through oviduct. Cell division: continuous and rapid multiplication. Now let's talk about embryo progression. Cell stages: initial formation, balls of cells. Typical cell count 16 to 32 cells. Nutrient source is derives nutrients from egg yolk. Implantation process. Location will be uterus with thick spongy lining. Mechanism: embryo sinks into uterine lining. Timing: several hours after initial fertilization. Key stages of reproductive process. Stage, description and characteristics. First is ovulation. Mature follicle releases egg. Initiates reproductive cycle. Second is fertilization. Sperm nucleus fuses with egg nucleus. Creates zygote. Embryo formation. Continuous cell division. Develop into multicellular structure. Implantation. Embryo embeds in uterine lining. Prepares for potential pregnancy. Critical concepts to remember: acrosome function, critical enzyme release mechanism, sperm mobility, extremely limited movement capability, genetic fusion, precise nuclear combination process, protective mechanism, egg membrane changes to prevent multiple fertilization. With this we have finished this chapter. We will see you in our next chapter.